It began, as most revolutions do, with desperation. Earth had grown weary. Its oceans were choked with the refuse of progress, its skies dimmed by a haze of humanity's unchecked ambition. Resources dwindled, nations crumbled, and yet the stars above gleamed with a cruel indifference, a reminder of a vast universe that humanity had yet to conquer. In the year 2147, the first spark of humanity's true destiny ignited when a probe, Voyager X, transmitted its final, garbled message from the edge of the solar system. Within the static was a single word, decoded by a team of linguists and AI at the United Nations Astral Agency, alive. The world was thrown into chaos. Alive? What could that mean? Had Voyager X encountered intelligent life? Or had the void itself awakened? The mystery turned fear into action. Governments that had once been paralyzed by division now turned their sights outward, funding a monumental project to unite humanity under a singular purpose, to forge the stars into humanity's new empire. This was the dawn of the Starforge Initiative. The first ship capable of true interstellar travel, Prometheus 1, launched in 2182, powered by a fusion core so advanced it bordered on alchemy. The vessel represented the culmination of decades of sacrifice, genius, and hope. Aboard was a crew of 50, handpicked from across the globe, engineers, biologists, and soldiers, pioneers who would either chart the future of mankind or vanish into the abyss. Prometheus 1 pierced the heliopause, leaving the safety of the sun's embrace and venturing into interstellar space. It was an act of defiance against the void, the great emptiness that had always loomed over humanity's fragile existence. In their first transmission back to Earth, Captain Eleanor Vega spoke words that would echo through history. "The void is vast, but we are not afraid. We have become the forge, and we will shape the stars into our destiny." Beyond Proxima Centauri, Prometheus 1 encountered the impossible, a derelict alien ship adrift in the darkness. Its design was unlike anything humanity had imagined, organic curves melded with metallic spires, pulsing faintly as though alive. The crew approached with caution, their awe tinged with dread. Dr. Isaac Khanna, the ship's xenobiologist, was the first to step aboard the alien vessel. He described it in his journal as entering the ribcage of a long-dead god. What they found was both wondrous and terrifying. Alien skeletons fused to their ship, their forms seemingly warped by some unimaginable force. And then, the ship spoke. A chorus of voices, calm yet haunting, filled the comms. "You were warned. Turn back." But humanity had never been good at retreating. The message sent waves of fear through the Prometheus 1 crew and those back on Earth. Yet the Starforge Initiative pressed on. More ships were built, each more advanced than the last. Colonies were established on distant planets, terraformed to sustain life. Humanity began to claim the stars as their own, forging ahead despite the alien warnings. But the void did not remain silent. In 2239, an uncharted region of space erupted with what would later be known as the Thunderstorm. A black wave of destruction tore through the colonies near Epsilon Eridani, wiping out 3 million lives in an instant. Survivors spoke of ships made of shadows and tendrils of darkness that devoured light itself. The alien warnings had not been idle threats. The void had a will, and it had grown tired of humanity's encroachment. The creatures, dubbed the Virex by Earth's scientists, were not merely defending their territory, they were purging the universe of what they saw as an infestation. Earth responded with fire. The war against the Virex raged for decades. The once fragmented nations of Earth had united under the banner of the Starbound Empire, a name chosen to reflect humanity's unyielding determination to rise against the void. Starship fleets equipped with plasma railguns, antimatter bombs, and AI-enhanced navigation systems became the new face of humanity's war machine. Heroes emerged in the fight. Admiral Kaito Nakamura led the fleet at the Battle of the Maelstrom, where the Virex nearly overwhelmed humanity's forces. His flagship, Erebus, became a symbol of hope as it plunged into the heart of a Virex mothership, delivering a payload that shattered their forces and bought humanity precious time. But for every victory, there were losses. Entire planets were abandoned, left as scorched husks in the wake of the Virex's wrath. The question lingered, was the price of forging the stars too high? In 2287, a breakthrough changed the course of history. Scientists aboard the research station Eden's Crown discovered how to harness the very energy of the void itself. Dubbed Etherium, this new power source allowed humanity to fight the Virex on equal footing. Armed with Etherium technology, humanity built the Archimer, the first starship capable of generating artificial wormholes. The Archimer became the spearhead of humanity's counteroffensive, punching through Virex strongholds and reclaiming lost colonies. The final confrontation came in 2294 at the Event Horizon, a region of space where the void itself seemed alive. Humanity faced the full force of the Virex and their eldritch constructs. But this time, they were ready. The Archimer's wormhole generator unleashed a cascade of energy that destabilized the void's forces, scattering them into the dark. Epilogue: to forge the stars. The war was over, but humanity's story was far from complete. The Starbound Empire now spanned dozens of systems, its people scarred but unbroken. The Virex were gone, but their warning lingered in humanity's collective memory. The stars had been forged, but at a cost that would never be forgotten. And so, humanity looked outward once more, not with fear, but with the iron will that had carried them through the darkness. The void had tested them, but they had risen above it. Because that is what humanity does. There was a time when humanity's gaze stopped at the edge of its own atmosphere, a time when the stars were distant, cold pinpricks of light, beautiful but unreachable. We were creatures of a single fragile world, bound to the soil beneath our feet, dreaming of what lay beyond. But dreams, when they burn bright enough, can ignite revolutions, and humanity, at its core, is not a species content with walls. We break them, we rise. The spark. In the late 22nd century, Earth was gasping. Overpopulation and environmental collapse had tightened their grip, and humanity's home, for all its beauty, had become a crucible. Resources were dwindling, and hope felt like a relic of the past. Yet in the darkest hour, a whisper from the cosmos ignited a spark. The signal came from the Voyager X probe, launched decades earlier and thought to be lost in the abyss. It carried a message, fragmented but unmistakable, alive. The world stood still. What could it mean? Theories flooded every corner of Earth. Had the probe discovered life? Was it a warning, or an invitation? The signal became a rallying cry, a call to action. The stars, silent for so long, were now speaking. In response, humanity launched its boldest endeavor, the Starforge Initiative. Its mission wasn't just survival, it was transformation. To reach for the stars, to rise beyond the confines of Earth, and to forge a new destiny in the cosmos. A united species. For centuries, humanity had fought itself, divided by borders, ideologies, and greed. But the stars demanded unity. The Starforge Initiative brought nations, corporations, and cultures together, pooling resources and knowledge in ways once thought impossible. Engineers from Mumbai worked with scientists in Montreal. Artists from Lagos inspired architects in Tokyo. The world didn't just build ships, it built hope. The crowning achievement was Prometheus 1, humanity's first interstellar vessel, powered by fusion engines and quantum AI. It was more than a ship. It was a symbol. On launch day, billions gathered to watch as it rose, a streak of fire piercing the atmosphere. In the silence of the cosmos, Captain Eleanor Vega's voice echoed, "This is not just a journey to the stars. It is a declaration. The void will not hold us back. We are humanity, and we are infinite." The trial of the void. Beyond the safety of the solar system, the universe revealed its truth. It was vast, beautiful, and dangerous. The crew of Prometheus 1 discovered wonders no human had ever seen, planets wreathed in storms of liquid diamond, nebulae glowing like stained glass, and ruins of civilizations long extinct. But the void was not empty. Near the edge of Proxima Centauri, the crew encountered a derelict alien vessel, its organic metal hull scarred by battle. Inside, they found haunting messages etched into its walls, symbols and scripts that spoke of war and destruction. And then, the ship itself spoke, its voice a chorus of languages. Turn back, the void devours all. The warning sent ripples of fear through humanity. Some argued to halt the initiative, to retreat to the safety of Earth. But humanity does not retreat. Where others saw danger, humanity saw purpose. The discovery of the derelict ship fueled a new wave of innovation. Earth's brightest minds developed new technologies, adaptive AI, Ethereum reactors, and weapons that could harness the power of light itself. Colonization missions were launched, and humanity began to carve its presence into the stars. But the void was watching. The darkness strikes. The first attack came without warning. A colony on the edges of Epsilon Eridani vanished in a flash of black fire. Survivors spoke of Virex, shadow-like creatures piloting ships that consumed light and life itself. They were the void incarnate, and they saw humanity as a threat to the balance of the cosmos. The Virex did not come to negotiate, they came to annihilate. Earth united under a single banner, the Starbound Empire. Its mission was not conquest but survival. Its fleets an iron shield against the encroaching darkness. The war against the Virex was brutal. Entire colonies fell, fleets were lost, but for every defeat, humanity rebuilt stronger. New heroes rose, engineers who crafted indestructible starships, scientists who weaponized Ethereum, and leaders who refused to let the spark of hope be extinguished. At the heart of it all was humanity's unyielding will. The void tested us, but it could not break us. The turning point. In 2294, humanity launched its final stand, the Archimer, a vessel so advanced it bordered on the divine. Powered by a core of Ethereum, it could create wormholes, turning the void's greatest weapon against itself. The final battle took place at the event horizon, a swirling storm of energy where the void was strongest. The Virex fleet descended like a tidal wave, their ships blotting out the stars. But the Archimer led humanity's forces with one mission, to show the void that humanity would not be extinguished. Admiral Kaito Nakamura's final words rang through the fleet, "We are the forge, and this day, we shape the stars into our destiny." The battle raged for hours, a clash of light and shadow. When the void fell silent, humanity stood victorious. The stars, once cold and distant, now burned with the fire of humanity's resolve. A new era. The war ended, but humanity's story had just begun. The Starbound Empire now spanned dozens of worlds, each colony a testament to resilience and hope. The lessons of the void shaped a new ethos. Humanity was not conqueror or destroyer but creator and protector. Under alien skies, children gazed upward and whispered, "We belong to the stars now." Humanity had risen against the void, not with fear, but with unity. The stars were no longer a dream, they were a forge, and humanity had become the fire. This is our story, this is our destiny. There is something written in the soul of humanity, a quiet, defiant truth. We are dreamers, builders, and warriors. We were never meant to stay in the shadows. For centuries, we gazed into the night sky, painting the cosmos with the brush of our imagination. But they were only dreams, distant and untouchable. The stars were not ours, not yet. And on Earth, we were faltering, a world of oceans drained, skies darkened, and borders drawn in blood. Our home was crying out, and we were on the brink of losing it all. But humanity does not break, not when the fire of hope still burns. In the year 2147, that fire ignited anew. A faint signal from the edge of the solar system whispered a single word, alive. And just like that, the void stopped being silent. The stars, once distant and cold, became a challenge, a call to rise above fear, to claim not just survival, but greatness. This is the story of how humanity answered that call. The unity of a species. When the Starforge initiative began, it wasn't just about technology. It wasn't just about ships or resources or equations. It was about us, all of us. Humanity finally saw the truth. Our greatest strength has never been what divides us, but what unites us. Nations set aside their differences. Scientists and storytellers, engineers and dreamers, every mind became a spark, feeding the growing blaze of humanity's ambition. The brightest minds worked side by side, not for power or glory, but for the future. In 2182, the first great leap was made. Prometheus 1, the first true interstellar vessel, roared into the heavens. It was more than a ship. It was a declaration, a testament to humanity's resolve. Billions watched as it vanished into the void, carrying our hopes, our courage, and our determination. And when Captain Eleanor Vega's first transmission reached Earth, her words became a mantra for generations to come. The stars are not beyond us. We are the forge, and we will shape them into our destiny. Trials in the darkness. The void did not greet us as conquerors. It tested us. In the lightless abyss beyond Proxima Centauri, Prometheus 1 found its first proof of alien life, a derelict ship, ancient and silent. Its skeletal remains frozen in the silence of space. Inside, they found a warning etched in walls older than our species: beware the void. The words echoed in every corner of the Starforge initiative. Fear crept into the hearts of many. Were we intruding? Were we alone? Or were we unwelcome in this vast frontier? But humanity does not stop. Fear is a force that shapes us, but it never defines us. We pressed forward, sending new ships, building new colonies, and breathing life into barren worlds. We planted our flags not as conquerors, but as creators, transforming desolation into hope. And then, the darkness struck back. Humanity under siege. The Virex came from the depths of the void, their ships like living shadows, their purpose clear. Humanity was a threat, an infestation to be purged. They burned our colonies, they shattered our fleets, they forced us to our knees, and yet, humanity never gave up. We are a species forged in adversity. For every world they destroyed, we rebuilt 3 more. For every loss, we found new strength. The people of Earth, Mars, and the colonies on Europa and Titan united under one banner, the Starbound Empire. Not an empire of tyranny, but of hope. The stars became our forge, and war became our proving ground. Our scientists unraveled the secrets of the Virex, creating weapons and technologies that turned their darkness into light. Ships like the Archimer, powered by the newly discovered Ethereum, became our shield and sword. The void had underestimated humanity's greatest gift, our ability to rise after every fall. The final battle. The war reached its climax at the event horizon, a churning rift of chaos where the Virex had built their stronghold. It was there, in the heart of the storm, that humanity made its stand. Every ship, every pilot, every ounce of resolve gathered for one purpose: to show the void that humanity does not yield. The Archimer, armed with the full power of Ethereum, opened a wormhole directly into the heart of the Virex fleet. Admiral Kaito Nakamura, leading the charge, spoke one last transmission to Earth. This is not the end. This is our beginning. Whatever comes, humanity will endure. The battle raged for hours, each moment a testament to humanity's will. When the final shot was fired, and the void fell silent once more, the stars shone brighter, not because we had claimed them, but because we had earned them. A new dawn. Now, as we look out across the 100 worlds of the Starbound Empire, we carry the lessons of the void with us. The stars are no longer distant, untouchable dreams. They are our homes, our future, and our responsibility. Humanity was tested, and we proved something extraordinary. We are not defined by fear, but by hope. Not by what we destroy, but by what we create. The void may challenge us again one day, but now we know the truth. The stars are not out of reach. They are ours to forge. And this is just the beginning. There was a time when humanity lived under the weight of a sky they could not touch. A time when the stars were nothing more than tiny, distant promises, a canvas of dreams painted across the infinite void. Earth was our cradle, But as its resources withered and its beauty faded, humanity realized that it could no longer stay bound to one fragile world. We weren't running away from Earth. We were reaching for something greater. The spark came from a single transmission, a whisper from the edge of the solar system that spoke one word: alive. It was the proof humanity had always yearned for. We were not alone. But the void, as vast and silent as it seemed, was no empty frontier. It was alive in ways we didn't yet understand, and it was waiting to see what kind of species we were. This is the story of how humanity answered. A united dream. When the Starforge initiative began, it wasn't just about escaping Earth or surviving the mistakes of our past. It was about hope, about proving that our species could rise beyond the limits of a single planet and stand as architects of a brighter future. Nations that had once warred over borders joined hands in shared purpose. The dream of the stars belonged to all of us. Engineers from Tokyo collaborated with biologists in Nairobi. Designers from Sao Paulo worked alongside physicists in Berlin. The great minds of the world built something extraordinary, not just ships, but a collective will to achieve the impossible. When the first ship, Prometheus 1, launched from the surface of Earth, billions of eyes turned skyward. Children pointed at the streak of light climbing into the heavens, whispering, "That's us, we're going up there." The stars were no longer out of reach, they were ours to forge. Facing the unknown, the void was not kind. As Prometheus 1 journeyed beyond the sun's embrace, it became clear that the universe had been watching us long before we noticed it. The crew encountered wonders beyond imagination, nebulae shimmering like stained glass, worlds carved from crystal, and the remains of civilizations that had come before us. But they also found a warning: an alien vessel, ancient and lifeless, drifted in the cold silence. Its hull bore scars from a battle fought against something incomprehensible. Inside, the walls were inscribed with symbols that our brightest minds couldn't decipher. One message, however, was unmistakable: beware the void. The crew sent their findings back to Earth. For a moment, the world hesitated. Should we stop? Should we turn back? Fear whispered in the hearts of many, but humanity's spirit burned brighter. We had come too far to surrender to the darkness, and so, the Starforge initiative pressed on. Rising together, as the years passed, humanity didn't just survive in space, it thrived. New worlds were claimed and terraformed, their barren landscapes transformed into thriving colonies. Cities gleamed under alien skies, powered by fusion energy and the determination of pioneers who believed in something greater than themselves. The Starbound Empire was born, not as a dominion of conquest, but as a banner of unity. It wasn't about ruling the stars. It was about being stewards of them, protectors of life in all its forms. Under that banner, every child born among the stars was taught a single truth: the stars were not forged by machines, but by the courage and collaboration of humanity. And yet, the void had not forgotten us. The test of darkness, in the depths of space, beyond the light of any sun, humanity's greatest trial emerged. The Virex, creatures born of the void itself, rose to challenge us. They were not conquerors, they were purgers, seeking to cleanse the universe of what they deemed unworthy. To them, humanity was a fleeting spark in the vast dark, a spark they intended to snuff out. But they underestimated us. For every colony they struck, humanity rebuilt 2 more. For every fleet they destroyed, we sent 3 stronger. When the Virex unleashed their most fearsome weapon, a wave of darkness that swallowed entire star systems, humanity didn't flinch. We learned, we adapted, we grew stronger. Our scientists discovered how to harness the very energy of the void, transforming it into a source of light and life. Ships equipped with this newfound power, Ethereum, became the cornerstone of humanity's fleet. Where the Virex brought destruction, humanity answered with creation. The final battle was not fought with hatred or vengeance, but with resolve. At the event horizon, a swirling, chaotic frontier where the void and reality clashed, humanity made its stand. Every ship in the fleet, every colony, every life was united in one purpose: to protect the dream of the stars. The flagship Archimer, wielding the full power of Ethereum, opened a rift in the heart of the void. scattering the Virex forces into oblivion. It was not just a victory. It was a declaration: humanity would not fade. We had faced the void, and we had not only survived, we had triumphed. The war was over, but the stars still called to us. New missions were launched, not as battles, but as journeys of discovery. The scars left by the Virex became a reminder of what we had overcome, and the lessons we learned shaped our future. The Starbound Empire now spanned 100 worlds, but it was not an empire of rulers. It was a beacon of hope, a testament to what humanity could achieve when united. Under alien skies, children once again looked up and whispered, "That's us, we're out there." We forged the stars, not with weapons, but with courage, not with fear, but with unity. And as we step into the infinite, we carry this truth with us: the void will always test us, but it can never break us, for humanity was born to rise, to dream, and to forge its own destiny among the stars. The stars have always called to us. They whispered of infinite possibilities, painted dreams on the night sky, and reminded us of how small we were. But for centuries, they were untouchable, a canvas too far to reach, a promise left unfulfilled. On Earth, we fought among ourselves. We scarred our home, squandered our gifts, and forgot that we were meant for something greater. But humanity has always been at its best when pressed against the edge of destruction. The fire within us burns brightest in the darkest moments. And then came the signal. It arrived from the Voyager X probe, drifting at the edge of our solar system. A faint message, garbled and weak, but carrying a single unmistakable word: alive. The world changed in an instant. The signal wasn't just a mystery, it was a spark. The stars were no longer silent. They were speaking, and they were waiting to see if we would rise. This is the story of how we answered. The moment we became one, the Voyager signal was the unifying moment humanity had always needed. For the first time in centuries, borders faded. Nations didn't argue, they collaborated. It didn't matter what language you spoke or what country you called home. Everyone was chasing the same dream: to reach the stars. The Starforge Initiative was born. It wasn't just a project. It was a promise. Humanity would become more than the sum of its divisions. We would become creators, builders of a future where no dream was out of reach. The first great triumph of this effort was Prometheus 1, the most advanced ship ever created, forged from Earth's brightest minds and deepest hopes. It wasn't just a machine, it was a message, a promise that humanity would not let fear define it. When Prometheus 1 launched, billions of people watched in awe as its engines roared to life. A plume of fire carried it beyond the skies, and in that moment, we weren't separate nations or individuals. We were one species, rising together. As Captain Eleanor Vega spoke her first transmission, her words ignited a spark in every heart. The stars are not beyond us. We were born to reach them, and together, we will forge our destiny among them. A universe of wonder. As Prometheus 1 traveled beyond our solar system, humanity saw the universe with new eyes. Nebulae burned in vibrant colors. Stars shimmered in ways our telescopes could never capture. And new worlds awaited us, desolate, yet brimming with potential. But the universe wasn't just beautiful, it was alive. Beyond Proxima Centauri, Prometheus 1 discovered a derelict alien vessel, drifting in the void. Its design defied human understanding, a blend of organic and mechanical structures that pulsed faintly with an eerie rhythm. Inside, they found remnants of a civilization long gone, bones fused with machinery, and walls inscribed with haunting symbols. Then came the warning. The alien ship's systems reactivated for a brief moment, broadcasting a message: beware the void. It wasn't a threat, it was a truth. The void wasn't empty, it had eyes. The shadow that challenged us. For a time, humanity pressed forward, building colonies on distant planets, terraforming barren worlds into havens of life. But as we expanded, we drew the attention of the void. The first attack came without warning. The colony on Epsilon Eridani fell in a single night, consumed by creatures that seemed to rise from the darkness itself. The Virex, beings born of shadow, consuming light and life alike, had awakened. Humanity didn't retreat. The void had tested us before. The stars demanded we prove our right to them, and we refused to falter. Earth united under the banner of the Starbound Empire, a coalition of every colony and nation, bound by the belief that humanity could endure anything. Every ship we lost, we rebuilt stronger. Every defeat made us smarter, more adaptable. We refused to let the darkness snuff out our light. Forged in the fire of the void, the war with the Virex raged for decades. Entire star systems became battlegrounds. The void tested us with every shadow it cast, but humanity has always been defined by its resilience. Our greatest breakthrough came when scientists discovered how to harness the void's energy itself. This new power, called Ethereum, became the foundation for humanity's ultimate weapon, the Archimer. The Archimer was more than a ship. It was a beacon, carrying humanity's indomitable will. Armed with wormhole generators and Ethereum-powered weapons, it led the final charge against the Virex at the event horizon, a swirling maelstrom where light and darkness collided. The battle was unlike anything humanity had faced. The Virex unleashed their full fury, their ships blotting out the stars, their tendrils of shadow tearing through our fleets. But the Archimer, piloted by Admiral Kaito Nakamura, punched through their lines. Admiral Nakamura's final message echoed through the fleet: "We are not creatures of darkness. We are the fire that forges the stars. Today, we rise." The Archimer unleashed its full power, a wave of Ethereum that shattered the Virex forces and lit the event horizon with a brilliance that could be seen across galaxies. The dawn of a new era. The war ended, but humanity's journey had just begun. The stars were no longer distant lights. They were homes. They were futures waiting to be built. The Starbound Empire grew into more than a name. It became a symbol of what humanity could achieve when united. On every colony, children grew up knowing that their ancestors didn't just survive, they thrived. Under alien skies, humanity stood tall. We had faced the void and emerged stronger. The stars weren't just places we reached, they were our legacy. And as we continue to rise, we carry one truth with us: the stars are not forged by machines, they are forged by courage, by hope, by us. Thank you for watching this tale of triumph and resilience. Subscribe to Starbound Empire for more stories of humanity's journey into the infinite. Together, we'll keep reaching for the stars.